What is the feelings wheel? Today, we're going to explain what a feelings wheel is and how you can benefit from using a feelings wheel. In my own journey, trying to become a little more emotionally intelligent, one of the tools that I came upon was a feelings wheel. And I found it pretty useful, and it sent me on a journey to try to find the ideal feelings wheel or emotions wheel. So here's an example of some different wheels that I came across as I was looking for something that could help me to tap into what I'm actually feeling and how to explain or how to put words to my emotions. As you can see, they come in all shapes and sizes, all different arrangements, and it had me asking the question, what is the difference between these? Where do these come from? What I discovered is that there's actually different theories of emotion that are current among psychologists, and there's really no consensus in the field. One of the things that I came across was that there are some things in common, but not all of them were exactly the same. The usual arrangement of a feelings wheel is that there's a few words in the center which are supposed to represent basic or core emotions, and then more words as you get further out from the center so that you can explore deeper and go further into other emotions. That's a common characteristic. But I noticed that the words in the center, although they were similar, they weren't always the same or arranged the same, and there wasn't the same number of them. I found that Robert Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions was the one that made the most sense to me, and it also has a real strong research base behind it. Plutchik spent time looking at animals as well as humans and noticing that the way that we express ourselves, our emotions, actually have a ground in the body. And he found that emotions tend to work in opposites, in pairs. And so if someone is fearful, they have a tendency to shrink back and even to hide, try to find security. And so they make themselves small. On the opposite side, if someone is angry, they usually try to make themselves big and loud, and they come forward, usually with some aggression. So the emotions wheel that Plutchik put together actually works with these sort of opposites, and it's based in our body and how we express emotions. That makes a lot of sense to me. Plutchik's wheel has 8 emotions in the center, and then working out from there, you can elaborate from those basic ones to more nuanced expressions. And so the emotions wheel that I use for my own exploration and that I introduce to clients is based on Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions. So if the goal of an emotions wheel is to help us expand our vocabulary and help us just tap into our feelings and put words to it, then the logic would be that the more words on the wheel, the better, right? The typical emotions wheel is going to have anywhere from 70 to 100 or more words on it, kind of like this one. So it's great for tapping into all of those emotions. So this has got 3 rings on it, the basic ones in the middle, and then as you move out, you get more words to help you just really get much more specific with describing your emotions with words. And that's a good thing, right? The problem that I found, though, was that we usually don't start out with the most complicated level when we're first entering into a new field. I mean, if you hand like a brand new smartphone to someone, they don't know all the features and how to maximize and use it. Just like with a bike, we don't usually give people a 10 speed for starting out, right? What I found is that the best thing to do is actually start with training wheels. When we've got the 8 emotions on a wheel like this, using Plutchik's basic 8, but in an arrangement like this, it's actually very useful for us to see what are the different options, what are the directions that we can go when it comes to emotions, whether it's fear or anger, happy or sad, trust or disgust, surprise or anticipation. And it helps us just start exploring, just like a compass tells us the 4 cardinal directions or the 8 basic directions. This is like a compass to get us started. Now, once you start tapping into emotions and you want more words, I find another training wheel that can be useful is something that's got a manageable number of words like this. Maybe 24 or 32 words that have the basic 8, and then we can expand out into maybe 2 or 3 additional words for each one of those basic emotions. So I encourage people to start going into the exploration with a more scaled down wheel. And this is a really useful tool when you're first starting out. So whether you're learning emotions or you're starting to work with emotions, it's a great way to really get into what are we talking about? What is a more specific word we can use than just angry? What's a better word than just sad? And so use the training wheels before you start going into the more fully elaborated, fully complex wheels. I hope that sharing my journey of looking for a better emotions wheel, literally reinventing the wheel, has been helpful for you, and that you can find a wheel that helps you tap into a fuller range of expressing and labeling your emotions, what you're feeling, because it's a very powerful practice. It's proven to help increase emotional intelligence. So if you want to get a copy of any of these wheels that I've shown, either in a handheld or in a poster, a wall size version, check out my site at ronaltmans.com, and I hope that you can find a wheel that is perfect just for you.